Welcome, everyone, to the Relentless Undead. I can say it should be welcome everyone to Appalachia. Welcome everyone to Appalachia. I'm the Relentless Undead, and today I'm going to be playing some Fallout 76 with some friends. If you'd like to check us out on YouTube or on Twitch, you can under our respective usernames. For myself, it's Relentless Undead. For Tammy, it's Tamapanda. And when Jay joins us, you can check him out under Zeo Fate. We also have a community Discord, so if you guys want to check that out, it should be in the link below. I think today we're going to be doing some dailies, some weeklies. I think I only have one weekly, so it's just mostly my dailies. And then after that, I believe we're doing some fishing, and then I'm not sure. And then I think we're going to actually try working on the story.
Yeah, I gotta do one weekly.
My weekly, I believe, is just money.
There. Took your headphones off.
Okay. He'll be back. He just went for dinner.
Yeah. Oh, whoa. Messing up my VTuber. Out of the way. Yeah, I don't want you guys to have to sit in the loneliness of space till he returns.
Yeah, he just went for dinner. Me and Tammy usually don't stop. We're just eating.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Oh, chasing that. Oh my god, there's two little kitties visiting my base. Some tabbies. They're going to the hot tub. You know what? I'm going to leave them alone. I don't know what they're doing in the hot tub. And to be fair...
Relaxing like villains.
I'm not sure what tabbies do in a hot tub dealer. But
They mull everything over skooma. Wrong Bethesda game. Oh! Ow! My back.
usually I re-roll that. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to do this event real fast. So what were you playing there, Ben? I don't think I can... can I give him a shot on Chase thing?
Damn. Oh, your
Oh,
thing's
my stuff's not working. Cool.
Okay, so...
How do I get my stuff to work again? I literally just fixed this like 2 days ago. So the fact that it's not working again is infuriating.
There you go. Use my mod powers.
That's fine. I'm trying to figure out how to actually do the shout-out thing. Again.
Give you a shout out on my channel too.
Is there any reason why you're not protecting the stills?
Ouch! That was very bright.
What extension is the shoutout one?
Um, Cloud or Cloud. Cloud.
Okay, I don't have that as one of my.
The extension under that, it is under Stream Labs.
Okay, that's what I was actually figuring out. Okay.
Yeah, I realized that's what your question was, and I was like, I fucked up. I fucked up. I guess that doesn't really matter with this character.
Outstanding work, moonshiners. I don't think I've
Okay, so just clearing out the ads while I'm trying to also do technical difficulties. It's so beautiful when that happens. It's like, yeah, why are you inactive? You dirty little active. There, now that should work. There we go. There we go. Sea of Thieves. Oh, not one of the games I'd play.
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves scares me. Though to be fair, is that Darth who? Darth Billy? I went to school with Darth Billy. He used to shit people's cornflakes. What? I then call it Raisin Bran. Hey, Jupiter.
That'd be
I don't
awkward.
know. So what, Tim?
I said that would be awkward.
Just say, Jupiter, if you're listening to me, you need to tell your coworkers that tomorrow.
Here's my cornflakes and color Raisin Bran. This reminds me of like I can't remember what movie it was. There was someone was trying to do like a weird saying, and they're like, "Well, dip me in shit, roll me in breadcrumbs," you know. Then they continue on, and they're like, "Is that one of Odessa's recipes?" And I'm like, "Okay, obviously we shitting on Odessa. Good to know." Whatever this Odessa chick is.
Okay, I was gonna say, who the fuck's Odessa? I just remember the one saying from Happy Gilmore.
Steel.
Happy Gilmore was one of the ones that I can always remember that one quote from Happy Gilmore. I eat piece of shit like you for breakfast. You eat piece of
You
shit?
eat shit?
You eat shit for breakfast?
That's not what I meant to say. It's not how it was supposed to be. Oh no, it's poison. Ooh, it hurts.
But yeah, if anyone has any questions or wants to say anything on any of our chats, I can read. Tammy can read all three chats. If we're talking about reading in general, that's questionable sometimes for me. But Tammy can definitely read.
Such a wonderful moonshine jamboree.
She's a proper adult.
Yeah, I got that fancy book learning.
I'm just almost a 4-year-old. I'm trying to think of a word that's not quite. Tammy doesn't like when she's self-deprecating. Tammy's my wife. So I'm
Now
trying
that I'm not shooting.
trying to think of something that would make the joke, but without being too self-deprecating.
Do you have tea? Have you drank your tea today?
No, I haven't drank my tea yet. I'll drink my tea. I'll be a good little boy and drink my tea. You know, I actually haven't had tea in a while. We were having tea all the time for a while there, and then we were like...
Oh. Talking about IRL tea.
Yeah. We were having tea, like, all the time for a while there, and then we're just like... One day, we're just like, oh, you... Or actually, it was me, not her. Let's just get this straight. It was definitely me who was like, you know what? I don't know why I turned into a horse, but...
I thought you were just trying to be an old man. You know.
Oh, okay.
As you do.
You know what? That's more like old man.
That's fucking ancient, man. What are you talking
Fuck
about?
you, bitch! Get off my fucking lawn! Back in my day, if we didn't like you, we slapped you across the fucking face! Even if you were a girl! Or a child! I slapped many babies across the face! Whoa, Grandpa, come on. That's why you turn out the way you are right now! Maybe that it wasn't a great idea smacking up across the face. In hindsight, you may be right. God damn it, Billy! What do I have to agree with you for?
Did you re-roll the daily op?
No.
Okay.
Jay likes doing them.
So we're gonna do it as a group. Trying to think of things that I can get done. I feel like I can probably get this done real quick. I need 2 workshops, but I'm not gonna obviously go after the ones that Rob are going after.
I'm done.
Oh.
I did my workshops the last time, so you can go for the one that's near me. You can also go for the one that's near our house.
As I land, I'll jump to you and then...
Okay. Anyway, yeah, so, like, how's everyone doing? What you up to? Do you think I'm a weirdo? Because I am.
He's a weird doe.
Oh, great, now I'm Play-Doh. What? Well, fuck. Yeah, so I need super mutant heads, toilet paper, mole rats, and a public vent. Okay. Does anyone else play this game? Or what's your guys' thoughts about the game? Trying to think of any other questions I can... yeah, you guys can ask any questions, too. Feel free to. My thought process is that you guys can ask pretty much any questions you guys want. It'll be up to me if I want to answer them. So, if I don't like the question, I will just tell you I'm not going to answer it. So if it is pretty fucked up, maybe not answer it. Like... Or ask it, I guess, not answer it. Like... Though, to be fair, I do, you know, answer pretty fucked up things. Like, for example, if any of you played Starfield, I would 100% take Sarah and sacrifice her to the Elder Gods in Oblivion. Not even the same game. Still would do it. Give me no benefit in either game. Still would do it. Sarah would be tormented for the rest of her life. Still would do it. Hell, I'd even do it if I found out that I would also get tormented. Okay, I'm just kidding with the last part.
There are the baddies. They weren't in that one building.
Do you have the mission?
I have it active.
It should tell you where they are then. Or maybe there's no baddies and you can just claim it. What did it say?
Oh, there was no baddies.
Look at my wife. She's going to places and there's bad guys around.
The last time when I thought there weren't any, there were lots. Okay. One more.
Funny story is I actually got credit for completing that.
Hey, nice.
That was close enough. Oh no, she teleported! She teleported!
Teleport you to home. So I can try and go and get the other one.
What else? Okay. I'm trying to sneak my way over to Tam. Oh, wow. I thought she was actually already going to that event. You know, I'm still going to sneak my way over there. Sneaky, sneak. Oh, I need to change my perk cards before I do that. I need to change my perk card. I don't need Green Thumb. I need Butcher's Bounty, but I don't. Yeah, I'll get rid of that one for now. Okay. There are like 3 ghouls just chasing you down. Wrong button. I'm playing Dead Side. My brain. I was trying to get to the map, and I kept pressing the button to get to the map, and it's like, why is this not working? Why is this not working? I'm like, oh right. I'm playing Dead Side in my brain, but I'm playing Fallout 36 in real life. So up on the D-pad does not. Hey, Jupiter. My gun doesn't really make a gat noise. It makes about doom 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 noise, but I get you. No, Dead Side, but that's funny that you bring up Dead Space because I messed up that once. Go fuck yourself. Though I've got to admit, a more open world dead space would be fucking phenomenal. And like kind of like the FBC Firebreak, I think, where you're just like normal people, like with the suit and stuff, and you can like upgrade your suit and shit like that. But like, when you're doing it, if you go too close to the obelisk or obelisk-esque materials, you can become corrupted, and you can either choose to be corrupted and try to like I guess like I don't know if I would. Like, I think it'd be kind of cool, but I also think it'd be shitty. But anyway, or like basically you can like become corrupted and like turn on your friends, so you get like special powers, but like no more revives or something like that.
What do I need? Daily op. All rat. Super mutant heads. Toilet paper. Board game. Just my dailies. I'm gonna go to the railway station.
Okay. But like you could split up from like your party and like you have to like cleanse certain things, or you have to like start up a power, like a generator, or repair something or whatever. But that if you do it by your but you can actually get corrupted, and like you can cleanse yourself of your corruption, and like that's fine. You can cleanse other people of their corruption, and again that's fine. But if you don't know someone's corrupted, they can actually like completely become corrupted and like become a bad guy. But like I said, bad guys should only have like 1 health. Like they should get more powers. They get special powers. They get like special immunities or whatever. But that they only have like 1 health. Like 1 life. Sorry, not 1 health. 1 life. I'm saying this wrong. So they only have like 1 revive.
Kind of like how FBC Firebreak does the revives, where
Yeah.
technically you get, unlimited revives, except they're spaced out.
I think if all of us had gone down at the exact same time and we didn't have a thing, I think it would just, you'd be done.
Yeah.
But no, I just think it'd be, even if you got rid of the second thing and just like with the dead space, I just think a multiplayer, like, I know that me and Tammy did a co-op one. Number 3 is co-op. But I think the thing is that I don't really want it to be like straight co-op, because it's like it's a linear story. You can't do anything else besides what you're doing. I kind of want it to be like more like open world-ish. So like you can like separate from your friends and like get a bunch of buffs and stuff like that, and just like upgrade yourself like pretty nicely, like.
It'd definitely be an interesting take on it.
I also think that Prey 2 needs to be a thing, and like multiplayer Prey 2 would be kind of cool. What are your defense against, do you know?
Don't know.
Okay.
The one by the fair is ghouls.
Okay.
Popped up.
Only reason I'm asking is sometimes they're actually mole rats. But that'd be pretty good for us right now. But another one that would be really kind of cool is, like I said, like going with the prey. Like even having it where,
Girls?
yeah,
Dogs?
dogs.
The other one?
Like having a prey game where you're actually like, you know, you're afraid of walking around and you guys are like both Typhons. Would be kind of cool. And like, not just that, but like the in Prey, like that Typhon hunter, it was a pretty cool idea. The only problem with it was the fact that it was a you had to buy it in that weird DLC. You couldn't buy it separately or get it separately.
Yeah.
Is this place defended? They defended for you?
It's like it. Or
Oh,
maybe
no,
there's
I'm still
one
being
also
attacked.
left. Yeah, say
It's just, it's not showing me the thing, and I'm apparently not being able to pick it anymore.
Oh, I should have sold those. I guess I can cook them first.
Another game I really wish that had a different type of multiplayer is actually Fallout itself. I always kind of wish that there was a multiplayer where it's like you have the base game, and then maybe like you pick a career at the beginning. Ooh, that'd be interesting. You pick a career at the beginning, so like you could be like a courier, you could be like an NCR soldier, you could be a whatever, right? I'm just kind of thinking of like the NCR soldier because I'm thinking of New Vegas, but you know, you could be like one of those things. It's like, okay, cool. You know that, you know, but then what happens is like for whatever reason it starts off the game with like, you know, your little tutorial where it's like you doing something. So like for example, if you're a courier, you're, you know, you start off at your courier base. And they give you a package and they tell you that you have to deliver it to this address. So it just kind of is like a little short, I guess, scene where you're like you're walking into like, you know, this area, you know. you get to the area, and then like as you're in the area, like the door locks on you or something, and then that's when the game like basically allows you to start continuing with your game now. And then basically what happens is you read like a note on the table that tells you like some stuff, and then like you get attacked by a couple creatures or whatever. Basically being a tutorial, so it's trying to teach you stuff, right? And then at the end of it all, like you go into like a basement, and then in the basement some like gas happens and you get knocked out, and then you see like some guy like doing some experiments or whatever, like blah blah blah, and then when the game starts, you're in that basement. But that's when you can actually play with your other friends.
Interesting.
So like, you guys would all have like, for whatever reason, like the courier was sent there because he had to deliver a package. Where like the NCR guy, like maybe he had to like investigate something, or like if you're something else, you have to investigate something or do something else or whatever. And then like you all start like this basement. And then when you leave the basement, you guys can all like work together from that point on. And like you would have, because you're a NCR member, using that as an example, you have all these NCR quests, and I have no NCR quests because I'm not an NCR member.
Yeah.
But I can help you, like kind of like how like back in the day, like there used to be like the concept that like you could you are a warrior or a rogue or whatever in like certain MMOs, and like you couldn't do these missions, only blank could do them.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what game that was that we were playing, and that was a thing.
A lot of games do that. A lot of MMOs do that. Star Wars does it at one point.
Yeah, that's
WoW does it.
what I think I was thinking of.
But yeah, so it's just like you have like these little instances that are like, more meant for that character. But you can have the other people come and help you and like fucking do your missions with you and stuff. And like, as an NCR member, you get different skills and stuff like that. Kind of like how that works. Like, but you can also like get a house and like you can like mod your house, like not mod, but like edit your house and stuff. And like to keep it simple, like you can do it where it's like, when you go to edit the house, it's like mounting on what class you picked. Your house is always like in some kind of like apartment complex. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's in a set location.
No, yeah, like yeah. Let's go.
Depending on where what your background is.
Yeah, like if you're an NCR member, like it's like this apartment complex within like a special area that's only meant for NCR members. But it means like if you're playing with two people that are NCR members, or if your entire group of 4 is NCR members, then they can still have their like base in the same area. So it's just like you go like, you go to this apartment complex, and it's like based on what player you are is what your number is. And then like if you could be like depending on where it is again, but like if you're doing it based off of like you could be a vault dweller, and like then like your base could be like inside a vault. You could be a courier, like I said before, and you're like you have like a special apartment that you guys can go to and stuff. And
I'm back.
Hello.
And if we're gonna have Mud join us, we're gonna have to switch channel. We can't access this one.
Yeah, that's if he joins us. I haven't seen him at all.
Yeah, he's been having some sleep issues lately, so he may not even wake up in time.
I got my board game.
I was just telling Tammy about the fact that like a couple of games that I think would be really cool with like specialized multiplayer. Like the first one was Dead Space. Where it's basically like
Did you say head space or head space?
dead.
Okay.
Dead.
But like having like a Dead Space multiplayer where it's like you oh, just these little robots, that sucks. You can actually become corrupted by the relics. So like the whole point of the game is like
So a mechanic that where you're constantly trying to beat down the corruption,
kind of like
while at the same time trying to escape.
yeah, kind of like it's like you would go to like you would pick a your loadout, which is basically just everyone's loadout would be the same. It would just be the concept of like you would get armor, you get your weapons, you can pick what weapons you're using, what armor you're using, you can and what special abilities you have active, and then you guys all go to like a location. And then basically the idea is the fact that you guys can separate or stay together to do these missions. If you separate, you guys get done the missions faster. But, you could...
Either are you interested in doing a daily op?
Yeah, we can do the daily op, yeah. That's fine. But, yeah, so, like, then, like, you could get corrupted, and then it could be, like, one of the abilities could be to heal the corruption from someone else, but you don't know if they actually are corrupted. And then one of the other mechanics could be is that you could actually become corrupted and kill your teammates. And if you do that, you get like a different type of bonus. But the problem is that if you're doing that, you only have one life as the bad guy.
So if the other players identify you as being the bad guy, they can off you and...
Yeah, you can't come back, yeah. But...
That would be an interesting little bit mechanic.
But if you can kill everybody, they have a couple revives. But if you can kill everybody and keep killing them with all the revives, which would give you, like, when you're the xenomorph, or not the xenomorph, but the alien thing, you would have more health, do more damage, etc., etc., but you would basically be easier to, once you die, you're dead. You get more bonuses if you do it that way. If you win that way, you get more bonuses. But no one else gets bonuses. They get, But if the rest of the people live, they split the bonuses amongst each other. So that's the, the kicker, like the thing there. But, yeah, it was like a thought process of doing that. Like, I thought it would be kind of cool, like, just... this interesting idea for that. But then I was thinking, the other game that would really be cool for a proper multiplayer would be like Prey. Where you're basically, the human xenomorphs. Or prey things. And yeah, you're just like, going about trying to complete like the game together. I think that would be just better, more co-op, like less. But I think like it would still have all the choices about like like what to do with Okay, game just froze on me. Cool. Thank you for unfreezing. Like that would be more of the concept of having like a karma meter. Like you can turn bad or turn good, and the more bad your overall team is, the less you guys can pick like good options. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I could see some sense in that.
Yeah.
Like if your team starts deciding that you guys want to just start killing off everyone for, which is kind of how the game is. Like the game is like this, where it's like, oh yeah, you can kill off all these people and get more loot, or you can get less loot and keep them alive. And I think that would be a kind of an interesting idea, just having it where it's like, oh yeah, I get, I want more loot. It's like, oh, but the rest of the group doesn't want to do it, so the rest of the group is going good. Having it where the one guy who's going bad is getting less options, because you have to vote on options, kind of idea. You're getting less options of going bad. Oh, that's what that noise is. It was you. Because that's kind of how like that game has always been. It's like it's about the moral dilemmas about are you good, are you bad, and how you're going to handle things.
Yeah, what kind of reaction you're going to give to any given circumstances.
Yeah. Another game that I think it would be interesting to have a multiplayer, a different type of multiplayer at least, is Fallout. I'm basing this off New Vegas at this point in time, just because of the fact that New Vegas is something I've played more recently. But you could theoretically do it with based off of any of the properties. But idea would be like you would start off where you have to pick a class. Your class is your job. So like basically you could be an NCR member, you could be a Brotherhood of Steel member, you could be a gambler, you could be a courier, etc., etc. And then basically what happens is when you play for after you pick your character, that character for whatever reason has to go to this place. Courier has to bring a package there. There's some people going missing in this area, so the NCR member has to go check it out. You go into a house, door locks behind you. Like, and this is like you can't go anywhere else. Like, it's literally the storyline thing. It forces you into this house. But once you're in the house, you have free reign to walk around the house. And this is where like the tutorial goes into play, where it's like, okay, now that I'm in this house, there's some creatures here, rad roaches, shit like that, like how the game usually does it. Or you have to shoot them. After all that's said and done, and you're done that thing, you go into the basement, and when you're in the basement, you're gassed, and you're knocked out. You wake up to some guy basically like doing studies on you or whatever. And you get out of there, and from there, like, that's when you can start playing with friends. And like the idea is the fact that because of whatever class you picked, let's say again courier, the courier can always have like courier exclusive missions, where the courier is like, oh yeah, the courier, we want you to go deliver this, and you have to go deliver something to like a hostile area, or just in a timely fashion, or whatever. The NCR members have the same thing, where it's like they have NCR exclusive missions. But people can help you with them.
Kind of Fallout / Outlast / I'm thinking the Sierra Hotel.
No.
from
More like how normal Fallout is, mixed in with like how like most MMOs are, where there is like this concept where it's like you go to an area like after you escape the building, it's gonna be completely like Fallout again. Like it's the idea that you actually can just walk around doing all the Fallout things. The only difference is like your class gives you class exclusive missions, where then you have the storyline mission about who the fuck that guy was. Plus, you also can have like a bunch of other side quests and shit. Some that are dailies, like some that are like more daily than like how like this is, where it's like, okay, fuck off. Okay, why does it keep jumping up there? It's scaring the shit out of me. You know how like this one actually has like straight out these missions like come back every fucking day. Where I want to be like, like if like for the next 3 hours this mission is available. If you don't take it in those 3 hours of gameplay, the mission will disappear and then respawn. Like later on, like much later on. If that makes sense.
somebody needs something done within a specific time frame.
Yeah.
And if you don't accept it in that time frame, then tough.
Yeah. Or like if you accepted that mission, like maybe later on, there's like a follow-up mission, or like the guy has like the same kind of mission because it's like maybe like similar, like like for example, the guy wants like or needs bullets, or like as an NCR member, like having like a daily quest that for you like as an NCR member, which is like, oh yeah, blank needs bullets. So you can just like keep bringing
or
bullets.
Supplies, or
yeah.
For a courier, the daily could be, hey, standard weekly supply run between point A, point B.
Yeah, something like that. Like you just like, but like instead of like it being like a full-fledged MMO though, more making it where it's only 4 people that can play, and also having it where your base is your base is actually like, for the NCR, using that one as an example, the NCR base is inside a like apartment complex. They're all in some kind of like apartment complex kind of thing. So the idea behind it is that when you're actually like playing the game, you're like they'll have 4 doors in like these buildings. Like you could be a vault dweller and it'd be like inside the vault, but like it would only have like these 4 doors area. And when you open up the door, that's your room. You could do whatever the fuck you want in that room. It's the exact same, like, let's go by 20 by 20 space. So if you jump into your friend's game, that room is still your room, if that makes sense. All your gears.
That actually does make sense.
All your gears still in there, and etc. etc. And then, like, you could, like, like, pretty up your room, or, like, do stuff like that, where it's, like, you could have, like, special things going on, and, like, you can buy, like, other places, or, like, but you can only buy places from, like, your faction.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you'd have to juggle around who is be hosting if you need a different faction areas.
No, because like the idea would be the concept that's like, let's go with the concept that like your faction is Brotherhood. Then let's say like there's using New Vegas as an example, like you modify some things, you change some things, you add some things, but you have it where the Brotherhood is more open about them being around. you have like basically like a bunker near, not exactly in, but near the city itself, Vegas itself, right? Then you have it where basically like everyone else, like, you know, has a place near Vegas, somewhere near Vegas. Then you have another like 2 or 3 locations where it's like, you know, there's like bunkers there.
Yeah, it would be an interesting little idea.
Like, you know, so like you could have it where like, because you know, like in like New Vegas, using that as an example, because it's kind of, again, what I'm loosely basing this off of. And I don't think we should do it in New Vegas. It's just the one that I'm thinking of. Like, to be fair, if you're going to do something like this, it almost in my brain feels like it should be like a big area. Like, even if it's New Vegas, maybe it shouldn't be New Vegas. Maybe it should be California itself. But anyway, you have it where, like, you know, in the actual game, you can get a house at the hotel in whatever the fuck that one place is with the dinosaur. You can also get a place in New Vegas itself, and I'm pretty sure there's like 2 or 3 other places that you can get a house in. But you just basically do the same kind of concept where it's like you have like different little houses that you can get. And, like, they're all based off, like, your faction, though. So it's like, you know, like, the one is like, oh, yeah, this place is actually available to me only because the fact that I'm, you know, NCR member. But it's, you know, like, 100 meters away is a Brotherhood of Steel place. Like, so you're not punished for being one faction or another. It's just, like, it looks like yours factions. Stuff that makes sense, yeah.
It's an instanced location.
Pretty close, yes.
Ouch.
But most things are instance locations if you really think about it. In every time you walk into a room,
Yeah.
but yeah, so you just like have like this like, you know, thing, and then like I said, you have like jobs, and that's how you differentiate people. And like jobs would give you like for example, like being in a Brotherhood of Steel member. That's, you're only allowed to wear power armor if you're a Brotherhood of Steel member.
Are you ready for the thrill and excitement of life in a post-apocalyptic hellscape?
Or maybe you're only allowed to wear like good power armor if you're a Brotherhood of Steel member, something like that.
Wilderness survival.
So like each faction has its own benefits. Because like you can also have like not benefits. That's not the word. But like
Disadvantages?
yes, like Brotherhood of Steel, they get their own armor. Like they get really you know, power armor. Now, the better you are in your rankings, the better power armor you get. That's fucking phenomenal. You know, power armor is one of the best armor in the game. However, all other stores have a markup price. If you're buying or selling anywhere besides a Brotherhood store, it's a markup price.
Yeah, too many people have been assholes.
So it makes sense. Like, it's not like, you know...
Yeah.
Another one would be the concept like, you know, NCR. You know, you get a lot more military grade weaponry. But, you know, you have different other disadvantages. I'm not going to go into it because, again, I'm not going to make a fucking game where I'm never going to play because it's not real. But, like, the courier, you know, fast traveling, not fast traveling because I don't want fast traveling to cost anything. But, like, maybe you have, like, extra carrying capabilities because you're a courier. You can carry more weight. You know, have other perks there, too. Like, not just have, like, single perks, but also have, like, other perks where it's, like, as you progress, you get through your ranks, you get more perks as well. Like, for example, like, the courier could get a familiar at one point. Like, a companion. That's the word I'm looking for. Like, everyone can get a companion, but the courier can get a companion who's a Brahmin. So that Brahmin can
Whereas
carry.
the Brotherhood, because they don't like mutants and everything else like this, it'd have to be just like a standard canine.
Or they can get either that, or another one would just be getting a scribe. Like they can have their little personal scribe coming with them. But the reason I was going with Brahmin, using that as the thing, is because then it can like carry like extra weight, like far beyond anything else anyone else can carry. So like if you really want to be a loot whore, the Brahmin one is the better. Like being a courier is the best choice. And I also think another thing that would really be smart with the game, if they did it, is to actually have it where when you actually pick, like if you do have like another person, having it where your inventories are actually mixed. To some degree. Like having it where you can
add to your carrying capability.
Yeah, they add to your carrying capability where you don't have to actually like go and like immediately hand it to them every single time and then like fucking take it off them and all that shit. You can just like literally you ask them to like change their gear and you can put things in their gear slots. But anything else on
but
you,
otherwise
they don't
it acts just as an adds like say an extra 100-pound capacity.
Correct. Oh, that's one. I was like, what the fuck is my six? I did talk to you.
Oh, don't look. I see you've answered. The art. What?
So yeah, that would be like my thought process on it. It's like having it where it's like, okay, like, you know, I got this Brahmin. It can carry, you know, like 1,000 pounds, using that as an example. So I'm just walking around. I can just keep picking things up, and it's classifying as being put in the me and the companion. And like you could take like a guy and give him like when you give him items, like you could give him like one gun or two guns. So you can give him like a ranged weapon and a melee weapon, basically. And grenades. And armor, obviously. But those are the slots that you basically can fill for him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Still trying to do my dailies.
Or even having it where, like, instead of having it where you give them, like, maybe certain things, like, it could, I don't want to do, like, too much restriction. Because I don't want to be, like, that kind of weird thing. But it's, like, maybe having it where, like, your companions can only wear certain things. Either based on them or their beliefs. For example, let's say, like, your character doesn't, your companion does not believe in energy weapons. He thinks energy weapons are, you know, the devil's work kind of deal. Then he'll never use an energy weapon, so you can't give him one. Or like maybe it's like the reverse, where he thinks ballistic weapons are inferior. Or he can never use a two-handed weapon. You know, I don't know.
Various different restrictions.
Yeah, maybe. I don't.
Like you might have a character that will only wear like leather armor.
Yeah. Or won't wear armor at all because it's like, you know, against something, or like they have to have specialized. They can only wear specialized armor. Like the Brotherhood
Radiation
of Steel.
suit.
Like I was gonna say, like the Brotherhood of Steel people. Like maybe the scribes will not wear.
Yeah, they have to wear their scribe uniform or a Brotherhood of Steel approved
Yeah.
armor set.
Yeah. And like another thing to like, you know, like you're saying about the radiation part, you could get to a point where it's like extremely radiated area, and your companion will be like, "Hey, boss, I can't go any further than this. Like, I'm gonna have to stay back and just like, you know, cover your 6, but I can't go in there, man."
Talon first to stream first of the day.
Chris, you're already back? Jesus, man. That was a short nap. Bullshit. Or another really interesting one would be actually being able to play a super mutant or a ghoul. So I find that like with my personal opinion about the ghouls in this one is that they're supposed to be balanced so that their like PvP doesn't become unbalanced, but they're not really as great as they could be. Like that feral meter thing kind of sucks. Oh, wrong button.
Yeah, barrel meter's always been kind of blah as far as I'm concerned.
And they take a huge hit to charisma.
Yeah. I can understand like a -4. But a -8? Oh!
It's a -10.
I guess it's because I already had some, and yeah, that's still just ow.
So yeah, no, it'd be kind of cool if like it was like, you know, less punishing and like, and like the healing thing where they get the extra like the extra health bar. That's cool and all, but it's also like supposed to perfect them because they're not getting certain other perks. So I think it just would be kind of cool if like they just revamped it and just like did something slightly different. And also, I really think that ghouls should not attack ghouls. I'm pretty sure it's stated that they don't get attacked by ghouls. Like that ghouls do not attack other ghouls. They sense that you're necrotic and just you're not, you know.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure ghouls didn't attack ghouls as well.
Yeah, so I think that'd be kind of cool. Like if the game that I'm talking about, if like, it's actually a thing where it's like, yeah, you could just be a ghoul and like they won't attack you until you attack them. Once you attack them, they sense that you are like hostile and they'll attack you.
And howdy, Mud. Are you going to be joining us in 76 today?
You better be a good fucking fish. Just saying. That was... You're a glowing fish. That would explain why you were being... difficult.
Complete not a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find toilet paper.
Yeah, I was having the same problem. I think I know where some should have been, but I never actually looked there.
Here they are. Yeah, there's some in the White Springs Refuge.
Okay.
In the far back of the kitchen. The stockroom area. There's that little
Okay.
locker room area. That was bugging me for a while. I need to kill mole rats. Cook some mole rat
got
chunks.
One
And
more
then do the
more.
daily op. Go here. I also need to do my daily fishing. But
Yeah, I'm doing my daily fishing right now.
mine's at the Fisherman's Rest, so
Mine was at the cranberry bog.
in the quarry.
Depends on which direction you go as to which that'll be there, Mud.
Megaton? I'm not sure if that's what he's actually going on about, but I'm pretty sure the first place you visit after... it's the first place I remember visiting, which is, again, why I really want to have a remaster.
Oh, he's saying that there's toilet paper inside the werewolf's bathroom.
Oh. Yeah, she already found it where she... But no, I really think that... I really want them to remaster fucking Fallout 3. There's so fucking much. There's so much that I would love to redo in that game. Because that was my first...
3 had Old World Blues. They had very nice branching of stuff in that one. But still all seemed relatively connected.
I just remember...
Admittedly, they didn't have the big MT, but...
I just remember going to it, like, playing it and just being... It was my first time playing Fallout, so it was like... It was just an interesting game, and I really liked it, and...
Yeah. Fallout 3 is what got me onto the series.
And like I said, it's just like... I could play it again, I own the game, but it's just... There's no benefit for me to playing the game, like, I don't get any achievements or anything like that. But... If I were to... play it like a remaster, I get to do it all over again. It's kind of like Oblivion. Like, I have to get back into Oblivion because just the problem with Oblivion is just the fact that I've been cleaning my fucking house, and that's been taking priority, and it's awful, and I hate this. But I'm thinking about maybe playing tomorrow because Tammy's thinking about maybe possibly working on her stuff tomorrow that she needs to clean, and I can't really help her with that because it's one of those things where it's like she needs to decide what she's keeping, and she needs to decide what goes away, as it is her stuff.
One more mole rat.
I need to go through and art stuff, actually.
So there's a possibility that if I when she's doing that, maybe I'll play Oblivion for a few hours, and then we'll be
Yeah, we're
playing.
gonna get back into Oblivion too. I just
No!
can't get to it.
Oh, I destroyed my glowing one. Fucking, I saw that happen as I was pressing the fucking button. I just couldn't press it. I pressed double tap too fast. Oh well. Oh well. Anyway, going back to what I was trying to say is, before I screamed no. I know that tomorrow we're going to be playing Raft. One last time. See if we can, or at least one last time, see if we can get all the achievements. We'll have to see if we can go back to some of the old islands and stuff. I don't know if we can or not. Oh, I went to the mall instead of the other place. Are you aware if we can go back to the other islands?
In reference to which islands?
The main islands? And Raft?
Oh, Raft? You mean all the storybook islands?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go
Okay.
back to them at any point.
Okay.
I just all I need to do is I just need to put in the code and then we'll start homing in on it.
Okay. Because I'm pretty sure some of the missions are based on going back to some of those locations.
Well, if you need more rats, there's load bearing event starting.
Yeah.
I need 2 more. I guess I'll go. Then yeah, it's just the cooking after that, and then the daily op, and then I'm done.
I'm just sitting at daily op now.
So I
Now,
think-
what Mud wants is Fallout 3 in New Vegas with Fallout 4 mechanics,
What mechanics?
like modifying weapons and everything else. I guess.
No. No. That would ruin how those games are. Like, and not just that, but you can actually, in New Vegas, you can modify your guns. To some degree. You add new attachments
Oh,
to it.
he's thinking more along the lines of the power armor.
No. Again,
Yeah,
My-
you
my
only
reason-
got access to power armor in those games once you beat the Brotherhood of Steel.
my whole reason for no, which is because, like, I don't want the games to change that much. I just want them to be the game that they currently are, repolished.
So basically a remastered, not a rework.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't.
Remaster, the only
Yeah.
time they touch game mechanics is when they're fixing legacy issues.
Which, funnily enough, the people that did Oblivion didn't remove any of the glitches. They actually kept them in
Well,
purposely.
when I'm referring to glitches, I'm not talking about stuff of people going, "Oh, but that's useful." I'm talking like stuff that like breaks a game.
That's fair. That's different. But what I'm trying to say is like the chest thing, where the fucking chests are like just sitting out in the world, and you can access them.
Mm-hmm.
Kept that in there. They also kept a couple other things like that too. And it's just like, it makes sense, like, to keep it there. I think the only thing is that needs to be changed is the voice actor that plays in New Vegas. One of the voice actors needs to be an adult.
McCready?
No, it's a female. It's she sits outside one of the actual like stores, and she's trying to encourage you to come into the store. Because we have all types of things. Except the problem is that when she's talking about it, it's like a 13, 14-year-old girl talk about prostitution.
Yeah, I could do with a little bit of a tweak. I personally don't honestly remember that at all, but then again,
I only know about it. I only know about it because I
attention to that,
literally have watched people talk about it. About the fact that, like, you know, it's fine that it's a 13-year-old character, in their opinion, but the fact that it's actually voice acted by a 13-year-old girl as well. Yeah, they're like, who the fuck let this happen? Like, what parent said this was okay?
Look after Joel. Ouch.
Did they do that in Oblivion? I don't think they did that in Oblivion. I don't think the main character has a voice in Oblivion. So, yeah, not
most
even...
games the main character doesn't have a voice.
I don't even give a fuck about that. I really don't even give a fuck about it. If Oblivion didn't do it, I'm fine with it.
You know, I honestly don't think most... Because it doesn't matter if you... As soon as you give them a voice, you have to give people the voice options, you have to give gender options and everything else like this, and... It's far simpler to just go, they don't have a voice, or just at least don't make it audible.
Then you can just do the voice. And do your voice. Yeah, but they also did it in 4 where a lot of your choices mattered. A lot more.
Yeah, and in 4 they had to record
2 different
like
voices.
just Codsworth for the name. They had
Yeah.
to record so much different shit. Of course, then they also decided to troll people by doing making sure certain inappropriate names were read out.
There. All rats are done. I just gotta cook the meat and...
I literally killed 2 of them and didn't get
daily
any.
op.
I swear I killed 2 of them and didn't get any benefit for 4. No, I'm pretty sure in Oblivion they don't do voices, so like I don't even care. Because I'm basing it off of how they did Oblivion. Because Oblivion is fucking phenomenal. I want them to do the exact same thing they did with Oblivion 2, 3, and New Vegas. I would like them to polish up 2 and 3 as well and release those when they release the new Xbox. I think that would be fucking phenomenal.
I see you have the same prefix and suffix as me there, Mud King. I guess we should change over to the other voice channel.
Yeah, let me flip it over.
You know, it's funny as Sammy said that we should do this since she's the last one in. Hey, Tams.
There. Hi.
Yeah, no, my personal opinion is just like, you know, that would be a great idea for them to do, where they basically give you Fallout 1, Fallout 2, Fallout 3, New Vegas, all remastered, remastered. That's the word. You know, it doesn't have to be 1 and 2 don't have to be like hard remastered either. I think a lot of people would still love the charm of it if it was still like the way it is. The only thing I think that they should really change was
just upgrade it to be able to handle the larger screens.
Yeah, and like a couple other things like making the pictures look a little bit nicer, making the screen look a little bit nicer, but still keeping it where it's like that, you know, overall look, like where it looks like, you know, it's the that weird top-downish kind of look that they did. And then
I wish they'd do Legend of Dragoon.
That's fine.
That trailer that I spotted turns out to be a fan-made AI thing. Fuck off.
Yeah. No, those
like, fuck right off.
A lot of those piss me the fuck off because they do them with movies. It's like, oh, I don't believe you. I'm not even gonna look at this. But no, okay, we should probably be running away, temps. But no, I think that honestly, with everything, having it where like you do that right before the actual like new Xbox comes out, because then you can have it for the new Xbox, which is PC compatible, and then all you do is like you just make it so that those 1 and 2 are also controller compatible.
Yeah. Like realistically, for that, all they'd have to do is just import the connectivity from Steam, which they'd already be primed to do. But that would be. There's a lot of old games that I'd really love to see just remade. They started doing some of them because they've been doing the Res series and stuff.
Yeah. With the Res
I want to
series,
see Ape Escape redone.
So what?
I want to see Ape Escape.
Okay.
It's how can I put this? It was a PS1 game back in the early 2000s.
I understand what Ape Escape is.
It's a great game.
If you say so.
And I just want to see it remastered like what they did for Resident Evil. Not to that extent, but
Now, that'd be more of like a
redone.
remake.
Yeah, the Resident Evil, they changed a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A remaster is mostly just graphical with some minor background system fixes.
Mm-hmm.
Where a
Yeah.
remake is they're going from the ground up. Like technically, Oblivion is the newest Oblivion is a remake because they completely changed game engine and had to completely go through and redo all the coding.
But they kept it exactly the same, so it's classified as a remaster.
They tried their fucking damnedest to make sure that sucker was as true to the original as they could get.
And I love it. Like, and I want that to be like how they do with everything else. Like, I want whoever the fuck is, if they do the remasters of, well, I really think it should be 1, 2, 3, and New Vegas. But if they do that, switching it all over to the new engines, making it all work smoothly, but keeping the game at the core exactly the same.
Yeah, like that was my biggest bitch about the Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Because it's like you took a turn-based JRPG and turned it into garbage.
That. And see, the way that they originally made it sound, what they were going to do, is they were going to keep it exactly the same. The only thing that they were going to do is upgrade the graphics hard. And I thought, okay, that's going to be interesting. Like, upgrading the graphics hard is going to be an interesting dilemma for you, but keeping the game exactly the same, okay. But then they didn't do that even. Like, they changed.
Anybody need more rat meat?
No.
No, I'm already done with everything.
I'm about to get cooking on. So I'm pretty sure I have enough, but let you know.
Okay, I will hold off because I was just about to sell it.
Eh.
I'll hold off until you're done.
No, just sell it, man. I have some too. And I don't think
Hey.
you need a lot.
I think it's
No, you only
3
need
pieces.
3.
Yeah, I should have some too.
I re-rolled mine.
Yeah, I have 4. So, if she needs them, I have them.
Little rat chunks. Oh yeah, I had 8, so...
Okay, there you go. Perfect. But yeah, no fucking... That's my thought process on at least with that. Like,
Yeah, I saw what they did to Final Fantasy VII, and they took it away from being a turn-based team RPG because you can't control the other characters. And it went from super hyped to I have no interest because they made it like that bullshit for like Final Fantasy 15.
Hey, Jay, do you have any strength bobbleheads?
Give me a sec. I just got to my camp. I will check.
Yes.
Depending on how low you were gonna hold that,
The-
I was gonna say something, but... Enter.
No, I do not.
Yeah, I decided to go. I kind of thought, oh, power be a good one. Let's see what it done to my carry weight, and yeah, let's leave it at that.
Oh, give me a break. Talk about false advertising.
What you mean?
The fishing cooler cryo freezer specifies that it stops degradation. It just really slows it down. It doesn't stop it.
Oh yeah, I've hit a couple.
weird. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, it actually says that it's supposed to freeze it, so therefore it's supposed to stop it completely.
There is 2 different ones. There's one that you can get from the scoreboard, which I think slows it by 50%, and then I can't remember if the one from the Atom shop is 100% stop.
For sure, I got the one from the Adam
Scoreboard?
shop. So.
I had the one from the scoreboard, so give me a second.
Fishing cooler cryo freezer reduces the spoilage rate of food and drink items by 100%.
No.
And it does not do that.
Well, here's the thing.
That
How long does it usually
Well,
take for something to spoil?
Yeah, 'cause
Oh,
then it
don't
just
get me
doubles
wrong.
the length of time.
It reduces it a lot.
Yeah, but 100%. I'm on your side, Jay. 100%
Yeah, I
means
know.
100%.
100% means it stays that way forever. It does not degrade.
Well, I got the Gone Fusion camping cooler. It says sip, savor, and settle in with the great outdoors. That's what mine says.
You know, I'm going in my camp. Like, literally, go to my stream.
I got you up.
'Cause we go up to the fishing cooler cryo freezer, which is the one I've got down. And right below where it specifies it all. Fishing cooler cryo freezer reduces spoilage rate of food and drink items by 100%.
Well, I was using the camping cooler from the scoreboard.
And
Yeah.
it doesn't do that. Because, like, I can understand, like, the refrigerator reduces spoilage by 50%. I'm fine with that. But all of these, the military cryo, Nuka-Cola cryo, they all specify 100%. So that means they should not allow stuff to go bad, period.
I agree.
Bullshit.
Unless the item itself states that it degrades at 105% normal rate. Therefore, then it would degrade at 5% when you put it in one of those things. It doesn't. None of the items. I'm just saying. Like I'm just saying. That's the only excuse that I could have for something actually spoiling under the circumstances. If they spoil,
Yeah, like
more
if
than.
it's specified that it reduces it by 99%.
Yeah, no, and again, I'm even arguing like maybe the item itself, like not normal food, but maybe there's a special food where it's like, oh yeah, this special food degrades at 50% faster rate than normal food. Therefore, that's 115%. Therefore, it would be back to 15% if you put it in that thing. So, anyway, we doing the daily op?
Yeah, one second. I had a
One eternity later.
something.
Yeah, I just landed at the Fisherman's Rest, so I don't have... The only other thing I need to do is my daily fishing, so...
Oh, well, Radiation Rumble just popped up, so I'm going to jump into that first. Radiation Rumble is a spicy meatball, which I love.
Well, I don't know.
You don't know that I love it, or
No. It's just I'm trying to for the armor. I'm just like, do I really want to make a constant set of T-51s just for paints I bought, or go around finding armor pieces and do it that way?
Make it.
And
Uniformity is key.
Is already have 2 sets of T-51 for 2 sets of my armor. One with this skin on it and my Red Ranger. Paint train coming through. Womp womp. I wish you would bring the XO2 in. Or would that be this one?
The XO1 is the last power armor that was ever developed.
No, the XO2. The one they brought into Fallout 4.
That's XO1.
No,
The XO1 is the one that was developed after the war.
Yeah, by the Brotherhood.
no.
Enclave.
Military was working on the XO. The military was working on the XO1. Never went out to production. The Enclave made the XO2 power armor. Well, the Brotherhood made the ultrasight armor.
There is actually a power armor in Fallout 4 called the XO2. But it's in the Creation Club.
It was it's free.
But it's in the Creation Club. So therefore, it may not actually be canon.
Creation Club is
mods, but it could also be mods made by... It's also mods that can be made by the company itself, which is what I believe this one is.
All the stuff left behind after the war. You should make good use of it.
Which is what I'm actually trying to read here, is if it's actually a legitimate thing or if it's...
Because I was, like I said, it's just like, I remember someone saying, the XO2 was made by the Enclave, while the Ultrasight was made by the Brotherhood.
Hazmat suits don't grow on trees.
No, the Ultrasight was an upgrade made to fight the Scorched. The XO1 was the only was the only model of power armor that was developed after the war.
I don't know. I could be wrong because I haven't actually looked up. I know that Enclave made it. I know that they made it during the time period. It's either around that area. I'm arguing that. What I was going to say is, did the Brotherhood not make the T-61 after the war? Or was it just right before the war ended?
No, that was right before the bombs dropped. That the T-60. I think it was the T-61 or something.
Or T-65, I think it's what it's called. T-65.
Yeah, T-65. Yeah, that one was going to replace the T-51s. So that one had just started hitting production and getting sent out.
No, because if you remember from Fallout 4, the T-60 was already in production while the old models were given out to the standard military in states.
That's what I said.
The 65 was replacing the 60.
No, he said it was the T-65 was replacing the T-45.
I think he said 50, but nonetheless, the still point being is the fact that...
Yeah, I'm a little hard of hearing right now. Anyone gonna start this? Because I think we got enough here.
I usually don't start until a minute, but whatever. I'm not stopping.
Yeah.
Somebody started it, so
I'm running. Whee!
the Roland person started.
That's fine, Tim. I don't give a fuck.
I just like.
But yeah, no.
We got enough people here. I don't know what's going on.
And not just that, but the other problem I think is the fact that in most games, I'm pretty sure that the Brotherhood and the... Like, I don't see why the Brotherhood and the NCR... Or not the NCR, sorry. The Brotherhood and the Enclave wouldn't make more armor. It just would be the problem that their armor would be slow to manufacture at that point. So, maybe that's why they haven't created a T-70. I know that, like, with cars...
even the Raider power armor was still a pre-war invention.
No, the Raider is actually after war because Raiders didn't have them.
Do you remember when I took you to Camden Park?
No, I do not.
Sorry, just the way that came out was it sounded like you were standing like, do you remember the time I took you to Camden Park?
No, what it is if you go to Camden Park, you will find the bodies of a military personnel and another guy on the roller coaster. If you follow that storyline along, the Raider full set of Raider power armor you get underneath the main bridge in the area in Appalachia was developed pre-war.
See, the thing is, in my personal thought process on this, is that Brotherhood, because of the war ending, just like Vault-Tec was running into problems financially, I think the whole, like, whoever was running the Brotherhood before it became the actual straight-out Brotherhood of Steel was starting to run into financial problems too. And basically, like, whoever's making their power armors, which I say, was running into financial problems too. Because now they're not having a military contract the same way, right? So I think what they started doing was they started shifting a lot of their constructions to making the T-45 into more like the exosuit, which is what's shown in this game. So, like, basically shifting it to, like, replacing tanks to more replacing, like, vehicles, right? Like forklifts, mining robot, like mining, those big mining fucking things and shit like that. So I think what happened is that because they were going to more of a civilian population, it was not easier, but easier to get a hold of power armor that may not be up to spec to a 65, but definitely is still power armor. And then converting that to Raider armor is fucking easy as fuck. You weld a couple things on here and there, you have Raider armor.
I was saying, from what I've seen, like, of lore from Fallout 4, originally the Raiders found a bunch of power armor frames and then just started welding shit to it.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting shit from.
But most of those armors, or all those armors, would have been definitely 100% before the war, just modified with random scrap after the war. But it would make complete sense if they were 45s. Or even T-51s. It would make, or even just a civilian model of the excavator, or whatever the fuck other, version of it they would have.
The Union power armor.
But there's also one of the other problems with Fallout, to be fair, is the fact that they have a lot of, like, history, but a lot of their history also is jumbled.
None's canon.
So it's hard to figure out what is and isn't real, and there's also a lot of things that, like, in the one system I used to play, which is not Fallout, but just it had the same problem, where it's like that people want to, like, you leave a lot of things open-ended for, like, different things later on, or to have it where fucking you can create your own kind of lore in between. And due to a lot of that problem, a lot of lore is just, you know, like, using this example, who is in control of the Hoover Dam by the end of New Vegas?
It depends on what choices you make.
Exactly. But Fallout 4 is afterwards. So who's in control of Hoover Dam?
Never specifies.
Exactly. And that's where the huge fucking problem comes in. Because as you're trying to make a world building stuff, you can't go, oh yeah, these guys are in control of Hoover Dam. Okay, cool. That's no problem. But if you don't do that, you don't have that history. You don't have that, you know, actual proper timeline. Just like, you know, Fallout 4 has a bunch of problems of who does who do you side with in the end?
Yeah, like what is the canon ending?
Because at the end of the day, they're all assholes.
No. I gotta state that. Chris has said that to me too, and I've got to state that that's different. In my personal opinion, in New Vegas and also in 4, there's only one asshole. The rest of the people are just, you know, neutral douchebags. There's only one complete asshole in both games. There's one official bad guy. In New Vegas, it's Caesar's Legion.
Yeah.
And in 4, it's the Institute.
Well, in 3, it's Donclave.
Yeah, the thing is that that's always the answer in 3. In 3, I'm pretty sure you don't really have much options.
Oh god, no! It's a straight line.
I was still fun with it, but yeah, just
Oh,
staying.
hell no! It's always been fun.
But because of the concept that, you know, like, there is no real bad guy except in like, that's what, you know, people keep saying to me. It's like, there's no real bad guy in New Vegas. I'm like, yeah, there is. Caesar's Legion is terrible.
See, if you're willing to accept Caesar's Legion, there's a problem with you.
Yeah, they're terrible. They always have been. They always will be terrible. You know, yes, Mr. House isn't perfect. Brotherhood isn't perfect. NCR isn't perfect. But they're not Caesar's Legion.
Yeah, they're not killing and crucifying people just for shits and giggles.
Yeah. It's like when you get to, like, convince the cons to leave them. I'm always like, dude, like, you guys will not be able to deal drugs. You guys will not be able to fucking have women being in control of anything. And the girl's like you tell that to the one girl, she's like, fuck this, I'm out. Like, give me proof of this and I'm out. Like,
Fuck this shit and I'm out.
Radix a day keeps the ghouls away. I wish.
Gotta drop a couple pounds.
yeah, I broke a bunch of shit up. Now I'm quickly going home and jumping stuff up. Right now, like, I have some weird glitch where every time I scrap something, it goes from where I'm scrapping to the top of my screen. So it makes it really hard to scrap stuff right now.
Yeah, I've had that glitch.
Yeah, so have I. That's a pain in the ass to deal with.
And then, like, the Institute... Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
You're going to say something about you found that your thingy.
The Institute could have been a massive force of good. They just went the entirely wrong way about it.
Yeah, because...
I was going to say this, but... Sorry, go ahead. I was going to say about something with the glitch.
Yeah, go ahead, man. That's what I was saying.
I was just saying the only way I found to fix that is stopping the game, quitting it, and relaunching it.
Yeah, I figure that's why I'm not too worried right now, because I'm probably gonna.
No,
once I do my once I do my daily op,
dailies.
or the daily op, I may actually just call it. I'm not sure yet. We have a lot of, like, cleaning and organizing and shit, and we didn't get as far today as I wanted to get, so I may have to jump off and, like, actually, like, get some of it done.
IRL unfortunately takes priority over everything else.
Fuck that shit.
We wish we could pay our bills doing this. We can't.
No, the only way you can do that is if you make it really big. What did I say?
Yeah, the Institute's just, like, they want to, like, replace everybody with fucking, you know, even animals.
Initially, the Institute's goal was simply to help with the labor shortages and everything else like this that were now present after the war, because the synth could go in and work in highly radioactive environments. But they kept getting attacked and everything else like this. That's why they went turned asshole.
Yeesh.
But yeah, then the Institute, the Enclave, is not, you know, great people either.
No. Badass looking gear, complete and utter assholes.
Yeah.
Egotistic assholes.
They're the remnants of the high-powered government.
Yeah, they're the shadow government.
Bastards.
No longer being a shadow.
They were when the bombs fell and everything else like this, the Enclave was formed from, like, the president, joint chiefs.
Actually, not the president.
The super high-level politicians and everything else like this.
They were the shadow government.
Egotistic assholes.
Yeah, they were
basically.
They were the shadow government who basically, you know, didn't have to be a shadow government anymore. But yeah, they were not the president because according to lore that I've read, at some point the president disappears and is, like, still reporting, like, giving out information, but he hasn't actually been seen for years.
Just trying to
You
get
know,
my
it's a
fish
shame
real quick.
that gun doesn't give off more of a light, considering that it's neon light.
Yeah. We're waiting for you, Temps, when you're ready.
Oh, you mean like, like this?
I have 5 more fish.
Yeah, like that should be lighting up a fair distance away from you with how much fucking that shit's there.
I mean,
A flashlight should not be brighter than that.
the one I want that one he's got. I had to buy this one.
I ain't got no fancy. No fancy.
You ain't got
paint
no
job.
legs.
And that's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
Well, there's your
Okay,
problem.
that was fish 4. 3 more.
Bounce it, bounce it, bounce it, bounce it,
Dude, honestly, I like this paint more.
bounce it.
Save a song, kiss my ass.
Two more.
I don't know, there's something fishy about her comments.
Oh, hold up. Yeah, I got my spot.
Yeesh. Come on.
I am one more.
Fish. One more fish.
I'm 11 away from ranking up. Let's go. Yes, after I hit 10,000, I'll be at 80. After that, I had to hit what, 86?
And I gotta go
Hey.
get another fish because I got a baseball glove. That's my last thing. This game is trolling me.
How do you call a shark to dinner? Man overboard!
So I could be wrong because it's really confusing what the words are saying in the post. But it does look like the XO2 was actually made before the war. It was pre-drop bomb dropped. It was actually in the developmental. It was in the developmental program, and they only made a handful of them. And the ones that they made, they gave to a group of people called the Devils. And
Devil's Brigade.
Stubble?
and they actually are they had it for one of their missions. And once everything went to shit, one of the guys stole one of the prototypes and brought it to
And became a
Commonwealth.
In my armor.
This man's invisible. I don't trust it.
Who's invisible?
This dude.
That's just
I
Tammy.
don't see him. This dude.
Tammy's just right
Well,
down.
the dude is. No, this man right here.
Where?
This. It's there. It's a ghost.
I don't see it. I just see Tammy and you.
Well, obviously, Tammy. It's just that. That's it, Tammy.
Alright. I am, yeah.
Yep.
Not this weapon.
You know what? Jay didn't show up. Let's just do this without him.
Dodge, Brotherhood of Steel. This area is a hotbed of enemy activity, but we've lost connection to the uplays.
The fucking moles.
If I didn't have my mole rats, I could have totally done them here. Jeez.
Oh, I'm gonna head over to this one.
That's descriptive.
Closest one. It's over here at Seed Bank.
I don't know. I'll just stick around with you guys. Just
Team, watch for enemy contact.
hope for the best.
I pretty much did this. I did this pretty much solo until at the end. I had 2 people join me at the end of it.
Yeah, I think
Fuck
Jay's gonna
off.
join us at the end too.
Oh, I see how it is. We do all the fucking work.
Yeah, well, you know, like he's not here, right?
I am. You guys just can't see me.
Oh, it's one of those glitches.
Yeah, it's just some visual glitch, I'm guessing.
No, he died. He just he
Oh no,
goes-
yeah, he's here. I can see him now. As in, like, he's here because we're getting ×4 on this device. I forgot that you had to stay close to it.
Oh, he's gonna shoot me in the ass.
And complete. Hey, there's Jay.
Oh fuck! Hello.
Howdy ho!
Jump.
Right,
Oh.
left, straight.
Kinky.
Right. Left.
Second up, like
Become straight.
through now. You got this, team.
Yeah, when I seen that you guys just when you guys hopped over here, I was on Dishonored. That game's still so good. Dishonor on your cow, dishonor on your mother. Look, I am a bullet shield. Dishonor on your chicken.
Why are you being mean to Jay? What does this cow and chicken do to you?
It shot me in the back with an arrow.
Okay, that's rather impressive considering they don't have hands. Or, you know, thumbs.
I was talking about you.
I wouldn't do something like that. I wouldn't
You're
shoot
gonna
you in
go
the
back
back
and watch
with an arrow.
You
Ghost rifle,
stabbed
middle.
me. You shot me in the back with an arrow. You stabbed me in the back with a dagger. Like, you know, a rapier.
Oh, you're talking in grounded?
Yes.
Well, that's called don't go running into my line of fire, dumbass.
It's pronounced
You're
Dumas.
on.
I'm
Chickens.
standing the fuck still shooting this thing, and this dumbass keeps running in front of me. I'm wondering why he gets hurt.
I didn't even know
It's
you could
got
actually have friendly
Leroy
fire.
Jenkins.
I didn't even realize there was friendly fire in the game.
Oh,
In
there it
Grounded?
is.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Especially when you're using venom daggers. That gets real deadly real quick. You know, they've done a lot of updates since the last time we played.
I don't think friendly fire is a good
Oh,
one.
No,
it's fun.
it really wasn't.
Where the okay, going upstairs. Come here, people! Give Daddy some sugar. Oh, that's another thing I need to go after. I gotta go after some of these fuckers.
Why is... Like... Why are you trying to ask your son for sugar? Mud.
I'm out of sugar. I use it on my coffee.
That's not usually the sugar...
5 minutes, 43 seconds.
If I did the solo, I'd be 7 minutes, 7:48. That's solo.
Your rewards.
Oh, I got mine.
That looks
I already
like
got my
Study
stuff.
leather, left
Crap,
leg. Troubleshoot is up to say left leg.
Are you kidding
Ooh,
me?
plant, scavenge solar panel.
Kids truck
I actually
bed.
like that.
Cool. I got a kid's truck bed.
What do you have in my bed?
The game give it to me, man.
Stole my
I'm
bed.
trying to hook you two up.
I'm not hooking up with mud. That's for fucking sure. I'm not that desperate.
Ow! It's a ouch. Alright, let's head back to
Civilization.
Okay.
I know I'm gonna hate myself tomorrow.
Quit procrastinating. Hate yourself today.
Just like yesterday.
No,
You're gonna be okay.
I'm starting over on Warframe. I had more time in that game than I did on here.
I found I couldn't really get into it.
Yeah, I love the way it looked and everything else like this, but it was just like Atlas. There's no real storyline to fully sink my teeth into.
Oh, there's a storyline. It's just way too complicated.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure whatever game you said,
It's
Atlas.
mostly
I don't know if that's a real the game that you're thinking.
no
Or was
Warframe.
it Anthem?
Oh, is it anime? Okay, thank you. That's what, I thought you were
No,
talking about
it may have
different
been Anthem.
Anthem is one of the one I remember you talked
Anthem?
about doing.
Is that like the Iron Man version thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that bombed heavily because it was a very small area that you could actually explore.
Oh, that,
I don't know. I didn't have a problem with it when we were playing it. It was just I know that we had to stop for the day, and then we got like some schedule changes, and then just everyone wanted to go back to it. So, but
I kind of enjoyed it, but then again, it just like when I found out there's no one actually playing it to actually play, I lost interest like that in an instant.
But I'm gonna be jumping off because I'm gonna go try actually cleaning my house. Like my house is the shitty part here. It's like for anyone that doesn't know, I'll give a quick little thing. I usually don't go into great details about these kind of things, but we'll go into a little bit. My landlord is selling the place that I currently live in, and he wanted the place to be cleaned. So that way it could be like a realtor could come in and stuff like that. I cleaned up everything. Everything was good in my opinion. It looked like someone lived here, but it didn't look messy. He came in and to him it looked like a fucking disaster. So he wanted me to do a bunch more cleaning and a bunch more stuff. So me and Tammy decided that we're going to downsize. So because that's the only real way we can actually get rid of a bunch of the shit that, you know, we didn't want. We're not using it anyway, so it's not like it's too big of a deal. But yeah, we're downsizing instead.
Yeah.
But right now the house looks like a fucking disaster because everything that was put away nicely is now fucking everywhere because we have to go through certain things. Oh, it's so fucking infuriating. I spent weeks fucking making sure everything was cleaned with Tammy, like deep cleaning, making sure everything actually had its own fucking home. You know, things that didn't have a home before now had a home. And then it's like, you know, now I have to redo it all. Fuck. But anyway, we're going to jump off and then start doing some of that stuff because, yeah, I want to actually get, you know, the 2 things I want to get done today. Hopefully done. If not, I have to get them done by Wednesday because if not, I'm going to freak the fuck out. But, yeah. Yeah, if you guys...
go with that.
If you guys want to check us all out, you can check us out
Jerry,
on YouTube. You know what? I'm just going to leave so you can fucking talk.
Sorry.
If you guys want to check us out on YouTube and on Twitch, you guys can, under our respective usernames. For myself, it's Relentless Undead. For Tammy, it is Tamapanda. For Jay, it is Zeofade. You can also check out Mud at MudKing1996S. We also have a community Discord, so if you want to check it out, should be the link below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed them, and I'll see you guys next time. Next time. I have to get to this freaking thing. Next time.